Riders, ridettes, and pillions. Welcome to the Van Blam YouTube channel, and welcome to another multi-day tour on my Triumph Speed Twin. Over the next week, we'll be riding from Missoula, Montana, down through Idaho, over into Wyoming, and back up through Montana. And we'll be doing it all without the use of GPS navigation, just a map and a compass. This is the No GPS Tour 2021. All right, we are starting this first installment here at Lolo Pass, just over the border from Montana into Idaho. The sky looks smaller already. Let's take a look at the map and I'll show you where we're going today. Okay, so we are here right where 12 crosses the border from Montana into Idaho. We follow this for, I guess, about 100 miles or so to Kooskia, Idaho. Then take 13 south for a few miles until it splits off into 14 and sort of ventures into the Clearwater Mountains to Elk City. That's where we're spending the night tonight. There aren't really any towns or services between here and Kooskia, but I filled up in Lolo, so I should have enough gas to make it there. I tried. Let's hit the road. If any of you ever ride through Lolo Pass and that sticker happens to still be on the sign, take a photo of it and send it to me on Instagram or by email, and I will mail you a prize. I love the way this road runs along the river like this, and it hugs it really close. No guardrail or anything. I've ridden plenty of roads that run along creeks, but this is a proper river. I don't know where the idea came from to forego GPS navigation on this trip, but once I got the idea in my head, I knew I had to do it. It just seems so fitting to use an old school navigation method when traveling on an old school motorcycle, or at least one that looks old school. I'm pretty good with maps, and I have a good sense of direction, so I think I can do it without much trouble, knock on wood. Now, based on YouTube analytics, I could surmise that a lot of you watching have probably done your share of motorcycle travel before GPS navigation was even invented, or at least before it became commonplace. So to you, this might not seem like a huge accomplishment. But for me, I got my first smartphone with built-in GPS when I had had my driver's license for only about 3 years. That means that for over a decade now, the vast majority of my adulthood, I've relied solely on my little black rectangle to give me turn-by-turn directions whenever I needed to get somewhere new. And even those of you whose motorcycling careers started long before the birth of Google Maps, I have to ask, when was the last time you actually navigated somewhere using only paper? That wasn't a gotcha question or anything. I'm genuinely curious. If any of you do still take trips like this without the use of electronic navigation aids, let me know in the comments below what your motivation is for doing that, what you like about it. I'll be answering that question for myself over the next week, and I'm excited to be sharing the experience with you guys. that sign there says Kuskia is in 60 miles, and my estimated range is 133, so we should be good. I knew going into this that not being able to just open up my phone and type in where's the nearest gas would mean that I would have to be a little more careful and proactive about filling up my gas tank. But something else that I didn't really consider is that I'm never really gonna know when the next bathroom is gonna show up. It's about 90 degrees today, and tomorrow and the next day are gonna be even hotter. So I'm hydrating like crazy, but that means that pretty much as soon as I leave one bathroom, half an hour later I've got to go again, and I have no idea how long I'll have to hold it.
Worth it though. Hydrate or dihydrate.
How's it going?
Alright. Have you been up this way before?
No, I haven't.
Man, it's probably gravel.
I'm about to continue down 12.
Oh, okay.
Have a good one. Okay, so I've seen a couple of these things, and I had to stop and check this one out. It's some kind of cable running across the river. Oh man, and it looks like there's a little carriage. Does this shuttle people across the river? That's so cool. Look, somebody delivered a package there waiting to be taken across. Okay, Kuskia City Center. I believe we're done with Route 12. I think this is where we pick up the next leg of the trip. And first we're gonna get some gas. Actually, first we're gonna ooh at this neat bridge. Ooh, neat bridge. There we are. Right as the gas light came on. Well done. Alright, so it looks like from Kuskia, we just take 13 south, about 10 or 15 miles. We pass through Harpster, and after that, there's a fork between Route 13 and 14, and we'll take Route 14 all the way to Elk City. Piece of cake. Alright, looks like left is the way to 13. Alright, so I'll tell you a little bit more about the rules for this trip. Obviously, I can't use any electronic navigation, no GPS, no Google Maps, nothing on my cell phone. I have to just use paper maps and a compass if I need it. I am allowed to acquire new paper maps during the course of this trip. I'm also allowed to refer to publicly posted maps like at rest stops and visitor centers and things, but I am not allowed to take photos of those maps. Another resource I'm not allowed to use is the weather app on my phone, because that uses location services, so by opening it up, it would immediately give away my exact location. One electronic resource I am allowed to use is the FAA's Air Map app. That's because I don't want to accidentally fly my drone somewhere that's going to get me in trouble, get a fine in the mail or something like that. But I am only allowed to open Air Map once I have determined my present location with a reasonable degree of certainty. And after that, I'm only allowed to look at my planned flight path. I can't, you know, scout around and see where I'm going or anything. The one other resource I can use if I get really, really desperately lost is I can ask someone for directions. I hope it doesn't come to that, but introvert humor aside, I will of course bust out Google Maps if I have like a serious emergency and need to find a hospital or guide a recovery vehicle to my location or something like that. You know, when I plan trips on Google Maps like normal, it kind of gives me a pretty good idea of what to expect scenery-wise, but the map doesn't do that. I'm kind of surprised at how pretty it is here, and I like that. Entering Harpster. All right, that means that pretty soon we're going to be looking for that fork with Route 14. If I wind up in Grangeville, then I'll know I've gone too far. And here we are, Junction, Idaho 14, Elk City to the left. So 49 miles to Elk City. This is going to be a real pretty road, but I don't think I'm going to show it today because I will be coming back out this way in the morning. So I think what I'll do today, since it is just so hot, I'll just ride straight there, and then in the morning when it's cooler on my way out, that's when I'll film like a nice little montage on this road. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to catch that in the next video. Elk City. This is our destination for the day. Not a terribly difficult route to navigate today, but it's only day one. We'll see what happens over the next week as I make my way across Idaho and through Wyoming. I was about to say we made pretty good time today, but then I remembered we crossed into the Pacific time zone when we came into Idaho. Ooh, wow. This is pretty out here. I swear I'm trying to keep my GoPro lens free of bugs. Those of you who are still watching, who stuck around all the way until the end, you guys are the Van Fam, and I appreciate you. Sound off in the comments below and hit that thumbs up so I know you're here. And here we are, Elk City Hotel. As always, you ride safe, and I'll see you back here for the next video. Thanks for watching. Ooh. Oh my God, my butt hurts. Gee whiz. Holy crap.